Today, we will learn about multiplication of integers. In many situations, it becomes necessary to find multiplication of integers. For example, if a person deposits 500 rupees for 3 times in a bank account, then the amount deposited can be found by the product of positive 3 and positive 500. Similarly, if he withdraws 200 rupees for 3 times from his account, then the amount withdrawn can be found by the product of 3 and minus 200. In such situations, it is necessary to understand the multiplication of integers. Let's learn the multiplication of integers in a fun way. There are 2 types of buttons here. One is red and the other one is blue. Let's assume the value of red button as positive 1 and the value of blue button as negative 1. Using these buttons, let's understand multiplication of 2 positive integers. Suppose we take 2 red buttons and make a group. Then the value of one group will be positive 2. If we make 3 such groups, then what will be their total value? In order to find this, we will add positive 2 3 times. This can be expressed in the form of multiplication as positive 3 into positive 2. Here, the second number represents the value of the group and the first number, including the plus sign, represents the number of groups added. Since there are 6 red buttons in total, we can say that the result of positive 3 into positive 2 is positive 6. Similarly, for any 2 positive integers, the result of a multiplication is always positive. Now, let's learn multiplication of 2 negative integers. Suppose we take one red and one blue button. Then what will be their value? Since positive 1 plus negative 1 is equal to 0, the value of one red and one blue button is 0. First, we take 6 red and 6 blue buttons and make 6 groups out of it. Since the red and blue buttons are equal in number, the value of these 6 groups will be 0. Now let's make a group of 2 blue buttons and make 3 such groups. Can you tell what will be the value of one such group? You're absolutely right. The sum of minus 1 and minus 1 will be minus 2. If we take out 3 groups having 2 blue buttons whose value is minus 2, then we will express it as minus 3 into minus 2. Here, the second number represents the value of the group and the first number, including the minus sign, represents the number of groups taken out. After taking them out, we are left with 6 red buttons whose value is positive 6. This means minus 3 into minus 2 is equal to plus 6. Therefore, we can say that multiplication of any 2 negative integers always result in a positive integer. You can understand it with the following pattern. As you can see here, the first number is as it is and the second number is decreased by 1, due to which the result is increasing by positive 3. By adding 3 to minus 9 gives minus 6, adding 3 to minus 6 gives minus 3, and adding 3 to minus 3 gives 0. Similarly, by adding 3 to 0 gives 3, adding 3 to 3 gives 6, and by adding 3 to 6 gives 9. By this pattern also, you can understand that multiplication of any 2 negative integers is always a positive integer. Therefore, we can say that the product of any 2 integers with the same sign is always positive. In general, to find the product of integers with same signs, we will multiply them ignoring the sign and add plus sign to the result. Now, let's understand the multiplication of a positive integer and a negative integer. We will understand this by finding the value of plus 3 into minus 2. Here, the second number is minus 2, which represents the value of the group. Therefore, we need to make a group of 2 blue buttons. Since the first number is plus 3, we need to add 3 such groups. By doing so, we will get 6 blue buttons whose value is minus 6. Thus, plus 3 into minus 2 is equal to minus 6. Here is a group of red and blue buttons and there are 6 such groups. Since the values of red and blue buttons are opposite, the total value of the group will be 0. Now, what if we take out a group of 2 red buttons and 3 such groups? How shall we express it in mathematics? Think for a while. You got it right. Since we are making a group of 2 red buttons, the second number will be positive 2. And since we are taking out 3 such groups, the first number will be minus 3. After taking them out, 6 blue buttons will remain. That is, minus 3 into plus 2 will be equal to minus 6. Therefore, we can say that the multiplication of one positive integer and one negative integer is always negative. That means the product of two integers with different signs is always negative. In general, to find the product, we multiply the integers ignoring the signs and prefix the result with a minus sign. Product of integers can also be done on the number line. Let's learn it in a fun way. Suppose a person is standing at point 0. 0 is considered as the origin. Positive integers are related to the right side of the origin and negative integers are related to the left side of origin. If the first number is positive, then it means a person is looking towards the right direction. Similarly, if the number is negative, then the person is looking to the left direction. Similarly, if the second number is positive, then the person has to move in a forward direction. And if it is negative, he has to move backwards. In this situation, positive 3 into positive 2, the first number is positive. That means the person is looking towards the right. And since the second number is also positive, he will take 3 steps of 2 unit distance in forward direction. Therefore, the result of multiplication is positive 6. In minus 3 into plus 2, the first number is negative. That means the person is looking towards left. And since the second number is positive, he will take 3 steps of 2 unit distance in forward direction. Therefore, the result of the multiplication is negative 6. In positive 3 into minus 2, the first number is positive. That means the person is looking towards right. And since the second number is negative, he will take 3 steps of 2 unit distance in backward direction. Therefore, the result of multiplication is minus 6. In minus 3 into minus 2, the first number is negative. That means the person is looking towards left. And since the second number is also negative, he will take 3 steps of 2 unit distance in a backward direction. Therefore, the result of multiplication will be positive 6. Let's see a simple method to remember these rules. If you hide signs of two integers used in multiplication, then the sign which is visible is included in the result. Isn't it easy? Today, we have learned multiplication of integers. In the next video, we will learn some examples related to this topic.